Hey guys, so today's video is going to be all about 5 palettes that I think that you guys might already own that would be absolutely perfect for Valentine's Day. So this video is inspired by Alexandria Sutton. She did one around Christmas time, and I think she just called it like palettes you might own that are perfect for Christmas or something like that. I will link that video in her channel down below, but I thought it would be kind of a great idea to do one themed around Valentine's Day because while I feel like people go out and buy Christmas palettes, Valentine's Day palettes aren't quite as popular, but I feel like they're gaining popularity. I feel like Kylie Cosmetics really kind of started the whole Valentine's Day themed collection trend, and I feel like it's just gonna grow from here. So as you guys know, I'm kind of encouraging you guys and myself to shop my stash a little bit more this year, so I thought it'd be fun to do just a quick video on 5 palettes that I thought would be perfect for Valentine's Day that you guys might already own. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So the first palette I want to touch on is the Persona Cosmetics Color Theory Kit, and this is the pink palette that comes in that little kit. So this does come in a little kit with an eyeliner and also a brush. So I'm pretty sure the whole kit retails for $38, and I really love every item in there. I'm going to do a full review on my Instagram, but I feel like I just want to test out the eyeliner just a little bit more before I give you guys my full thoughts. This palette just screams Valentine's Day to me. It has all those beautiful pink tones ranging from something very soft with just regular pink to something a little bit more intense and berry like fuchsia, and then kind of a nice deep burgundy shade, which is obviously called burgundy, to kind of tie everything together and really ground the look. It's what I have on my eyes today. I'm pretty sure this video is going to go up before that video, but I'm doing a 3 looks 1 palette Valentine's Day edition using this palette. So I'll have 3 Valentine's Day looks that are super easy to recreate using this palette. So make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on that. But I just think this is a great little super curated palette. I think this really kind of takes the thought out of wearing pink on your eyes because you could literally just go down the row and create a beautiful, beautiful smoky eye and run out the door. And I really love the qualities of these shadows. They're really pigmented, they're super duper blendable, and they are so easy to work with, you guys. So this one is absolutely great. So I am going to insert swatches of each palette kind of as I talk about them, just so you guys can get a feel for the color story a little bit more, or the select shades that I'm talking about in the palette. The next palette I want to talk about kind of counts for 2 palettes because it's an exact dupe of another palette, and that is the Bad Habit Beauty After Hours palette. So this is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions palette. As you guys can tell, it's a little bit more cool tone, but it has those beautiful pops of pink and reds. I think you can create some really beautiful, more dramatic smoky looks or some really beautiful soft romantic looks with this palette. I'm sorry if you can hear a car horn beeping out there. I don't know what they're doing. But this formula is not my favorite, honestly. I feel like it's kind of expired, even though I haven't even had these palettes for a year. But if you have the Huda Beauty one, it's a very similar color story. I think you'd create very similar looks, and yeah. But this is definitely a good budget option. It's not a horrible formula, it's just really not my favorite. The mattes are very powdery, and while they blend really nicely, I wish they were just a touch more pigmented, and a few of the shimmers just sit kind of strangely on my eyes, but it's definitely workable. I think you get some really beautiful looks for Valentine's Day on a budget with this palette. So this one retails for $10, and you can order it off the Shop Hush app, or you can order it off badhabitbeauty.com. I feel like this next one's kind of like a duh, that would work for Valentine's Day, and that is the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. But I knew I couldn't do this video without mentioning this palette because I know a lot of you guys own this palette and love it. And once again, we kind of have a similar situation to the Bad Habit palette. You have those kind of nice pops of pink or berry in there, but then you also have these beautiful cool tones right here that could create something very soft and very romantic, which I think is so beautiful for Valentine's Day. But then you also have kind of these warmer shades, so you could do a bit of a warmer twist. I feel like the palettes that we talked about before go a little bit cooler for Valentine's Day, but with these nice shades right here, or even this orange shade that would pair beautifully with the berries, you can create some really gorgeous kind of versatile, more romantic looks, if you guys know what I mean. This palette retails for $42. You can get it at Ulta, you can get it at Sephora, you can get it off ABH.com. You guys know where to find this palette. It's nothing new, and I'm sure lots of you already own it. I feel like you guys knew like this one was coming because I have not been able to stop talking about this palette or wearing this palette on my eyes. That is the She palette from ColourPop. So they came out with this palette quite a few years ago. Well, maybe not quite a few years ago, like at least a year and a half ago. And I just recently picked it up about a month ago, maybe less than that. But you guys, this palette is so pretty. This is definitely a little bit more dramatic if you were just to go in with this palette, because these matte shades do tend to be a little bit darker, a little smokier, but I think they're stunning. But you can definitely pair this palette with your everyday neutral palette, throw kind of this nice soft purpley shade over the lid or this kind of pinky one. I think it would be absolutely beautiful. So this palette retails for $16 on ColourPop's website, but they have sales all the time, and I just think this is a gorgeous palette, you guys. And how like Valentine's Day perfect is the packaging on this? I mean, for God's sakes, it's covered in roses, so I'm so excited to get some more use out of this one and create some more romantic looks. But let me know if you guys want to see like a dedicated tutorial using this palette for Valentine's Day, because I'd be happy to do that. But like I said, I'm doing the Persona Cosmetics one right now, 3 looks 1 palette, but let me know if you want more. The final palette that I want to mention is the Makeup Revolution Emily Edit The Wants palette. As you can see, mine is very worn off already because it is so well loved. And you may look at this palette and you're like, Sydney, that doesn't look like those other palettes that you showed. But you guys, this one has so many beautiful romantic tones. It has these beautiful berry shades right here. Well, that's more of coral, but they pair beautifully together. It has a beautiful berry shade right here, Love Tons. It has Cheer right there, which is a gorgeous burgundy. It also has Pie Fi, which is a beautiful plum shade. And then you have those beautiful soft purples, and I feel like purples are so underrated on Valentine's Day. Lots of people go for red and pinks, but I think purples can be just as beautiful and super romantic, but I feel like they're less of a like punch you in the face color, you know what I mean? So you have those beautiful purples there with Belle Violet, Family. This is just a beautiful, really versatile palette. It's super affordable. I believe it's like 20 bucks at Ulta, so it's very accessible. So I feel like you could create some really beautiful Valentine's Day looks with this palette, even if you're a beginner, or just grab this palette for everyday life, you guys. I adore this palette. These shadows aren't the most pigmented shadows that I've ever used, but they're so easy to work with, and I reach for them all the time on an everyday basis. Alright guys, that is actually going to wrap up this video. I hope that you enjoyed hearing about my 5 picks for Valentine's Day. I hope it just encouraged you to shop your stash a little bit. And I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day, whether you're going with someone, whether you're by yourself. I mean, Valentine's Day is about self-love too. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I film beauty videos 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And yeah, that's going to wrap this one up. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!